Hey guys, Jared Doors here. Today I'm back, and today I'm on the snare line. I'm at my first snare here, and there's nothing in it, but I do see new tracks. They come right along the side there. My snare is right there, and they go around it. So I was looking at why they did that, and I see exactly why. Because we got some snow, and the snow took that branch, put that branch there, and so yeah, it doesn't look like a good spot for rabbits to go. So what they're doing is they're going around the snare. So I'm gonna go ahead and start fixing that right now. Okay, so I got that snare all dealt with. I got the wall around the side, so hopefully we'll get him. This is the snare that I've been trying to get this rabbit for 2 years, so hopefully we can get this guy. And Cameron's in the lead as of right now. I've been texting with him, and he didn't tell me if he got anything yet today. So as of right now, I know that he's ahead of us, but he might have got a few rabbits today. We might have a few rabbits in the snares, so let's keep moving on. And I've got a pretty good fox problem around here, and there's a lot of foxes, and there's tracks everywhere, and coyotes now that I see. There's a coyote here walking. So I got foxes and coyotes in this trail, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to keep snaring this line, because with me, all the foxes and all the coyotes here, I don't want to make all the rabbits disappear here, take all the rabbits out here. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep snaring here very long because of the fox and the coyotes all over here now. So I do still know there's still rabbits here, because there are new trails all the time, like this one. This wasn't here yesterday, and I can tell that the rabbits are getting chased around, because in my front yard and my backyard now, I have rabbits all over the place. They're in my front yard all the time. So I'm at my second snare here, and there's nothing in here, but there are a lot of fresh rabbit tracks around right along the sides there, and there are some fresh rabbit tracks over there too. So what I do see is he walked behind there. That must have been last night, because those tracks weren't there yesterday. He just walked around, came out there, but I'm not gonna touch anything here. I'm just gonna leave it be, and just wait for him to get into the snare. Okay, so I'm walking to my third snare, and I was kind of just worried about taking all the rabbits out of this place, but there's still lots of fresh rabbit tracks all the time, which is a very good thing. And I'm at my third snare here. Still hasn't caught something yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll produce, because it's on a very good trail. And I'm just gonna keep moving on to my next snare, and there's lots of rabbit tracks. I think they were traveling last night, because there's lots of tracks, like fresh tracks here. And there's a brand new trail all over the places. So I might have to put some more snares in a different spot sometime. But I'm just gonna keep this spot until next time it snows. Then I'll be able to tell how many new tracks there are and how many rabbits there are. Okay, so I'm at my next snare here, and I do see, as you can see, the snare's flipped up. So that means there was a rabbit or something here last night, which there's new rabbit tracks. So I'm just gonna say it's a rabbit, and he pushed it all the way up there, so I'm gonna go ahead and bend it back down. Okay, so there it is. It's all back in place, and maybe we'll get a rabbit out of it, because we do know that this is an active trail still by the tracks that are on it, and that it flipped it up last night. So now we're gonna head on down to the next strip, which are the ones that are fairly close to each other, and those ones been working out for me all season, so let's see if they work out today. So I just started noticing there's a lot more coyote tracks here. They walked along the trail and they were following rabbits. They were on the rabbit trail. And look at this. There's from, I'm gonna say that would be a coyote. Because those are the bigger tracks right there. You can really tell the difference between coyotes and foxes. And that's coyote. So, this happened last night. And I have a trail camera that's right there. So we're gonna have to check that trail camera sometime. And to see if we got him on the camera. Because, I hope it's coyote so I can do some hunting here. It looks like he spelled something out for me. I don't read coyote, but if you do, go comment down below what that says. So, we're getting pretty close to the next snares. And I hope if I have a rabbit in them, he didn't steal the rabbits out last night. But I don't really like seeing all these coyotes and foxes around here because they'll clean out a rabbit population pretty quick. Okay, so I definitely know it was a pretty active night last night because these trails were all not here. And there's tons of rabbit tracks there. And there's a pretty good trail that goes right up through the woods there. So hopefully they traveled around the snares last night. Okay, so I'm coming up on the first two snares of this set here. And the first one, well, here it is. Nothing's gone through it. But the second one, we've had the same problem in this snare too. Here we go, that snare's bent back. The rabbits are pushing it last night. But look at the trails they made last night. Lots of rabbits still. So that's making me happy because I was pretty worried about having no rabbits here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start fixing this snare up. So there we go, that snare's reset. So he was lucky once. Hopefully he won't be lucky the next time. But maybe he went to one of my other snares and he wasn't so lucky. So here's another trail I'm gonna have to set a snare on. This is all from just last night. So that's a pretty good trail. I'm gonna set a snare on that when I come back out. But first, we are gonna go see if we can get more rabbits and snares. And here we are, another snare. And I see there was rabbits here last night, because look at these trails. But the snare's right there, and they busted through the wall there, which I'm gonna fix the walls up so they don't do that again. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so I got that snare all set up, and it's got a wall around it. And oh, I just got a notification, and I just got a notification from YouTube, and it said Seth Adams subscribed. So thank you, Seth Adams, for subscribing. There you go. You subscribe to me right now, and Cameron just texted me too. So let's see what he said. He said he didn't get any rabbits today, so that's good for us. Hopefully we got a couple on the snares so we can get up, tie it, or get ahead of them. So thanks, Seth Adams, for subscribing. And I got the next snare right here that we will check. And the rabbits have come through here last night, but they didn't go through the snare. They're getting pretty smart with snares. So there's the snare. He went right through there. And I'm going to make that so they can't go through it again there. Okay, so that snare's all fixed up, and we'll move on to my next one here. That one, it's all good. Nothing's gone through it. Nothing's touched it. This is the one I caught a rabbit in yesterday, and it's all good. Nothing's touched it. So I got another snare over here. Let's hope we got some rabbits in these next snares, because I really want to tie up with Cameron. And here's another snare. Nothing's gone through it. So I got 2 or 3 more snares to check. I think 3. And here's another trail I'm gonna have to set a rabbit snare on. I only have 3 rabbit snares to put out, so I don't have very many. But I'm gonna keep working on to the next 3 rabbit snares, and hopefully we got one. But we've already gone through my best snares. Okay, so we're at my other snare here, and I don't see a rabbit in it. I don't know if the rabbits came here last night. No, it doesn't look like any rabbits gone around it, but I do know what I should do before it happens. I should block that side off. Okay, so we got all that side all barricaded off, so hopefully if a rabbit comes through here again, we'll get him into the snare. So we're gonna move on, and I don't know if I already said this in the video, but today we're not fighting the darkness. We're trying to fight a storm because we got a pretty big freezing rainstorm coming in tonight, and we had a freezing rainstorm last year, and this trail was just terrible to get around after that storm. But after that storm, we're getting another storm on Christmas Day, which is snow, which is 20 centimeters. That's quite a bit. That's the most we would get all of this yet this year. But we're at my next snare, and here it is. And it doesn't really look like anything's been through there. It looks all pretty good. I'll go up closer though, just take a good look. And once I get close, I do notice, yeah, the rabbit's gone through there, so I'm gonna fix that up. Okay, so yet another snare fixed up. Hopefully we'll get the rabbit in the snare. So I'm coming up on my last snare of the day. This one hasn't been doing very good for us this year. And here I am, yet again, not a track around it. So there's the snare there. And I'm gonna go set probably 2 or 3 more snares out, because I got 3, so I might set 3 more. But I'm gonna go head out and try to find a few more spots to put some snares down. Okay, so I found another spot. It's right behind the camera. It's a pretty good spot. I showed you guys on the way in, and I'm gonna go ahead and set a snare on it. And I do know why the rabbits were out last night, because it was probably the coldest night in a long time, if not this year. It was freezing last night, and that would have made the rabbits go crazy. They'd be running around, but I didn't get any because they were going around my snares. So I'm going to spend quite a bit of time out here today fixing that so that does not happen again. But first, I'm going to set all 3 snares if I can. Set 3, but probably for sure 2. So let's get doing this one. Okay, so there's another snare down right there, and we have 2 more snares in my backpack that we can put down. I'm gonna have to make some more, but we can go put those out right now. I'm gonna stop at my snares along the way just to make sure that they have the proper barricades around them so the rabbits won't make their way around. So I'm pretty close to them right now just to make sure that they're doing good. So this one, I'm pretty sure I did all these ones already a few days ago. All along there, that's all barricaded because I got 3 snares set here. Okay, so here's another snare. It needs it done really a lot because I want to get all there, make it so it looks like a pretty good spot for rabbits to go. Make them want to go in, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so that snare's all funneled in, as you can see, both sides, over there, over here. And here's another spot I want to put a snare. This is a very good trail. I'm going to be putting the snare in between this tree and this tree right there. And it's a pretty good trail. It goes right through here. As you can see, lots of rabbits go through there, so hopefully they'll come on down here, get stuck, so that's where I'm setting my next snare. Okay, so I got my barricade all set up there. I got the snare, and I have a snare that's right here. There's two of them, and I'm gonna go ahead and start barricading them because I feel there's lots of potential in these snares, but they keep getting around, so I'm gonna make a barricade. Okay, so we've been out here for quite a while today, and the storm is starting to come. I can feel it. Stuff's starting to land on me, so I'm going to start heading out now before it gets too bad. So if you guys liked today's video, press the like button, and if you're new, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Today's comment is, how do you guys think all these barricades I make up are going to work? We'll see tomorrow. So hopefully all these barricades will drive the rabbits straight into the snares, so we just keep catching them. So I think I did a pretty good job today. I think it will help. So Cameron and I, we're still same score as yesterday. You'll see the board at the end of the video. And if you guys liked today's video, press the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. And don't forget to comment. And I will see you guys in the next video.